Hi, I'm RD. I'm 19 years old. I live in Cincinnati, Ohio, and I don't go to school, and I'm autistic and asexual.
Could you talk a little bit about having autism, how you deal with it, how you came about to know you had it, and how does it affect your life?
Well, for starters, I found out about it when I was 2. My aunt, who's a freshman biology teacher, she started noticing things, I guess, whenever we were at the house in Ohio, because I lived in Boston at the time. But she was like, I think he might have autism to my parents, and they got me checked, and I guess I had autism. I matched the spectrum or whatever. I don't know how they did that, honestly. It just kind of makes me more of a socially awkward person. I don't have all the social skills that I should. I don't know. I'm very sensitive with hearing, weirdly enough. It's that's a common thing. I used to be lactose intolerant because of it, and gluten free, but thank God that's over.
How does it affect your life on a day-to-day basis?
I don't know. I just shoot. I don't even know. How does it affect my life on a daily basis? God.
Is there any obstacles you find yourself having to deal with? Do you get judged by other people? I mean, I know you work, but has that ever affected your work or anything?
No. If it might make me slower sometimes, but that's just because I'm really fucking lazy. I probably shouldn't have cussed in that.
It's okay. Alright, let's talk about a little bit about asexuality. When you found out, how did you come face to face with it?
I always knew there was something up with me. I didn't know asexuality was actually a thing. It took me a while to realize there was actually a term for it. I always knew I just didn't like guys, I didn't like girls, I didn't like any other thing in the world. I like Kylie Jenner, that's about it. But yeah, I just kind of was like, oh, I don't like guys or girls. I'd rather just not be married or anything.
Yeah. How do you feel that you embrace being asexual?
I don't know, I don't have a shame hearing my friends talk about all their sex life stuff. That it's not that big of a deal. I think I just do a good job at being calm about it and not being one of those super annoying oh my god, that's so gross, don't talk about that around me people, because that can be really a pain.
About 1% of the population is asexual. With that said, this is something that not a lot of people know about. So, what do you want people to know about being asexual?
Being asexual is not being straight, gay. I don't know if it's being trans. I don't know many trans people. But, it's not being bisexual. There's actually, it's kind of being bisexual, I think, if you put in the pans and Demi and Metro and all that stuff in there, but I don't know. That's not my cup of tea. But so there's way more than one type of asexual. There's some asexuals who they like that stuff. They like sex stuff. They masturbate, all that stuff. I don't, but there are people who do, and it's not a bad thing. I mean, they can do whatever the hell they want. Let them live. They just don't want feelings for anybody, and they couldn't see themselves with someone, and it's just, that's what it is.
Unfortunately, a large number of asexuals feel out of this place in this world due to the lack of knowledge about asexuality. How are some ways that people can educate themselves about asexuality?
I would say just look it up, honestly. It's not you're going to come across an asexual person every day. You're not going to be oh yeah, I just have 10 asexual friends. I don't even have an asexual friend, and I'm asexual. Maybe I'm supposed to get one. It's GBIF, but ABIF. Asexual best friend forever.
What kind of feedback did you receive from people the day that you came out as being asexual?
They were supportive. People were what the fuck is that? But they were supportive.
Yeah.
Because people were they were confused. They've never heard of it, some people. Some people were isn't that a plant thing? I was just yeah, kinda. I don't know. Just look in the dictionary. There's more than one definition for it, thank God.
And how did your family take this in?
They were fine with it. no one's really like worried when their kid says, "Hey, I don't like anyone." I mean, maybe a little, but like, I think they'll have to handle that. I don't even know.
How does the stigma between autism and asexuality make you feel? Is this something that you can say is true, like, for yourself?
Correlated. It's correlated for me, definitely, because I feel like I just didn't like people from the start because of like my autism giving me social awkwardness and all that. So I never really like was like a big fan of like anyone. Like, I've never dated anyone. Like, I don't think I'd want to. Like, I mean, maybe it's just because I've never tried it or anything, but like at the same time, like, I'm just like, it doesn't sound appealing. Maybe for free food once I would do it, but like, it'd have to be a nice restaurant, and I would still be wearing sweatpants. So
you could say you do believe the science behind.
I wouldn't say I believe it for every case, but like if I found out there was a correlation, I wouldn't be like act like it was the biggest surprise in the world. I'd be like, okay, that makes sense.